Morning, folks. It's quite a while since I did some acrylics on cartridge paper. This is an A3 block, a ring binder. I suppose that's what you call it. No, not a ring binder. But anyway, they're quite inexpensive. About 50 sheets in here. It's 145 grams weight of paper. I don't know what that means really. I know what it is with imperial sizes, but anyway, just take those over. Now I've got the palette. There's just ordinary student paints, cadmium yellow, raw yellow ochre, vermilion, ultramarine, and burnt sienna with I've got that in the wrong place really. I'll just change that. The Payne's grey and white. So where's my... Oh, I've lost me. Right, okay, so I'm using worn out brushes. Ooh, let's just pull this, sorry, excuse me, sort of pull this central bit of the easel down onto the top of my board under here. Anything else you need to know? We can always ask. But provided you don't use too much water, you won't have any problems with this. So what I normally do is just to go in with some shapes. So a bit of water, and let's get a bit of that. Let's have a touch of red in that. Right. I like meadows, but I'm not really abstracting. I'm just sort of doing a sort of an impression of a meadow. Let's get some bits out, bit out in there. Right, let's get some over here. These are quite small panels. As you see, I've put some masking tape across to split this into two paintings. And we can work at both at the same time. Let's get some in the middle here. Good bit of burnt sienna. Yeah, that's just... You can change all of this anytime you like. It's such a versatile way of painting because it being fast drying. It's let's try a bit of that. Okay, well that's the basis of two semi-abstract meadows. Okay, now clean the brush. Right, now we'll put a bit of a sky in now. Bit of red, bit of blue, bit of white. This, it will buckle, you can't really avoid that, but it will dry out if you put it under some weight, which I do. Now I'm just wondering where to go from here. Let's have a bit of orange. I mean, you don't have to go too much for realism. It's just having fun with the paints and coming up with something that is pleasing. A bit of ochre in here. That's quite nice. Let's have a bit of darker red, bit of blue. Let's have a bit of pains. Now I'm only just blocking in, really, at this stage. Trying to remember how I did them. I think, looking back on Facebook and YouTube, that these were quite popular, but they weren't. Didn't please everybody. As you know, I work between acrylic, oil, and watercolour. We'll just change that a little bit. Burnt sienna is very good for clouds and stuff. But because they're such small paintings, you don't want to have too much attempt at detail. Let's just let that go for a moment. And let's get a bit of green. Payne's grey. Bit of water. I forgot to top up my water pot. Alright, let's have a bit of that orange. I'm just sort of stippling, but try and find combinations that will actually work. So let's have a bit of Payne's grey. Right, there, some greens, more greens. Now, I try to keep away from detail because you get so bogged down in it, trying to show everything, that it can, well, unless you're very good at it, it's, and I'm not, it sort of crimps or cramps your style. You get stuck on one bit and then you move to the next bit. Alright, I'm just going to go over that sky again. No, I'm going there because I reached an impasse there, I think. A bit of water. Let's put some of this back. Right, okay, now let's get some ochre. I will get up to speed with these things, but you don't need to use expensive papers to do this, as long as you take a bit of care with the let's try a bit of blue with that. Oh, let's get some greys in there. Right, I'm going to move to the bottom one for a while. Just let that dry off a bit, then we can go back over it. Right, okay, here we go. Let's have some greens. Right, it's very similar, but the skies will be different. Sort of scene you see every time you walk along a river. Ah, a nice green. Let's add a bit of red to that. Just darken it a little bit. Now they're too regimented now. So let's get one big one. Now dark greens. So very good shortcut, the cadmium yellow and the Payne's grey. Right, let's come down under that. and put in some ochre. I said so many times before, I do love stipple. Don't neglect it as a technique, folks, because you can get some wonderful effects. Not that this is, but you can do whole paintings with stipple. Now we want a bit of shadow in there. Blue, red. I don't think that registered. Put a sky on this. I'm going to take that one up higher because it's they're too even. We've got to get some definition between, or contrast between those. That's a bit better. Right, let's go back in with, I'll go back on the top one, just let that dry off. And we'll work the sky out. Right, okay, sky. A bit of water in there. These brushes are lovely when they get worn out. Right, let's get more of that red in there then. I've changed it to vermilion. Let's make a bit of light in there. Sort of early evening. I'm going to just put a bit of let's just put this a bit bigger here. And you can see it's bubbling up a little bit, paper, but no worry, because with a bit of weight on top of it, you can flatten it all out, almost. I'm using my trusty Masterson Stay Wet palette. Bit of white in there. Right, I'll get a light sky on this, I think. So Not a lot of scope for much sky with this, with the size of these trees. Perhaps the next one I do, I'll make much smaller. I'll put low horizon. But I think about these things afterwards because I started this without anything in mind. Lightening that a bit here and there. Alright, I'm not happy with that. That's just using a bit of this light yellow, cadmium yellow. Alright, go back in here and just see if we can brighten this up. Oh, it's sort of two for the price of one, this, isn't it? Good bit of dark in there. Go back to that yellow. I'm making these two round really. So we can put some bits sticking out. Nearly. No, that's not gone right, is it, really? Let's go back with the dark over some of that. I'll try to visualise this. Try to get contrast right, that's the thing. Right, I'll go along there with some grasses. Just dots around here, just some teasels, whatever they are. Right, now we've got that horrible thing there, so we'll get rid of that. Well, that just adds a little bit. Let's just get a bit of dark back in here. So I love looking at the greens that you get in the landscape or in the trees where the shadow is almost black by contrast. Dot a bit of that, just a bit around. Right, get that dark in here. Well, I can't say I like these. It's not the best ones I've ever done. That's not too bad. We'll go back on this now. Let's see if we can get some excitement in there. Got a bit of shadow in there. Well, I can only title this Tree Practice. That's a bit not very good. Right, look at my other brush. I can find the wretched thing. I'm looking for my fine brush here. Look. Oh, there it is, hiding. This one, we'll add a couple of figures. Cool, I feel a crick in my neck. I've got one of those shiatsu, or whatever they call them, Japanese massagers, neck massagers. It sort of opens it up a bit. We'll do some down the bottom here. Let's just put some of those in. Right, just opening the landscape up a little bit. Right, I'll finish that sky off, I think. Then we'll go and get this uploaded. Now, where's my brush? There's my brush. It's sort of the cauliflowers. Can't remember offhand what they're actually called. Just dot around just to contrast with the colours. Right, okay. Don't like that. Let's see the paint spray. Just get something to counter change against. The burnt yellow I'm using is opaque. I didn't mean to pick it up from Hobbycraft, but it ended up in my on my palette. Bit of misty stuff in there. Right, I'll let those two go. I'm not entirely happy with them, but I haven't done any of these for about a month or so. But somebody was saying you can't really do the 2-tone or 3-tone oil studies on what I painted on board. But you can, because you can change things with acrylic very quickly, and how you develop it is up to you. But anyway, I'll take the tapes off. Hopefully it won't take too much of the white background. So not the background I was talking about. Take too much of the paper off. Oh look, see this. Ay, 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 ay. You should really heat this up. So close your ears. I'm just going to warm it up. I will give this a coat of varnish anyway, so that I can fill that in. What a nuisance that, isn't it? I was a bit careless there. Right, that'll go in the varnish. Took that stick, right, so I'm going to have to do the same with the other ones, folks. So take your headphones off. Right, no complaints about the noise, please. I might have to paint that. I'll paint that. Let's get a little repair brush. I've got this little brush here. At times I forget to clean the wretched thing. It's worn out. It's full of paint. It's lasted a long time. Right, what were we doing? This. A little touch of white over that. Oops. Cover those pencil marks up. Right, okay folks, well thanks for persevering. Again, no complaints about the hairdryer. Saves me having to edit it, although I'll have to edit the video because it's gone so long. Right, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.